Hello.
Was that him?
It is. It is I.
You got my letter.
I did.
Yes, I think it's about that time, him.
I understand it would be selfish of me to try to convince you otherwise, but I understand.
It's just nature to try.
You're right.
I wouldn't be upset with you, but you know, Em, I've been around so long I don't even remember what my real name is.
Been along for far too long, and way past. It's unfair what was done to you, taking away your right to choose.
You know, when I met you, I did not like you.
Is that true?
I didn't like any of the fairies. Any of you that were born the way you were. I guess I sort of held a resentment.
I think that's understandable.
I suppose it took a long time to realize that not all of them were like the one who turned me into this shadow.
I have learned similar lessons from my time here and living in the Roshire. That all Sealies aren't really as bad as I first thought they would be.
Mm. To be honest, I still prefer your kind. The Sealy.
We have our good ones and our bad ones, I assure you.
I'm sorry I put this on you, but I knew I wouldn't do this without saying goodbye to you first.
Honestly, this is the largest honor I think I've ever had.
I'm sure you'll have better.
I'm not sure of that.
Well, if it does, I've already made preparations for it.
Of course.
I've been busy with little errands, most of them on your behalf.
On mine.
Yes.
Of what things I should take care of, perhaps.
No. No. Perhaps in time you'll see. Hopefully.
Okay.
I told you when I was in the mortal realm, I studied at a university. I taught there, in fact.
Right. I remember this.
Yes. The humans, they have a lot of these religious beliefs. They think everything was created by one thing or another. But I hope that whatever made this will take me back, and maybe they'll even tell me who I used to be.
I truly hope so. But I want you to know that even though wherever you go, despite you not being here, I want you to know that you'll live on and you'll always be a part of us, part of me, this town, and truthfully, the whole realm.
I actually have something for you. It was something I wanted to get built, but I have a hammer in here. Just a simple, ordinary construction hammer. But I intended to build a sort of statue, the seven of us. Have all our hammers present, the founders of the place.
I think that's a marvelous idea.
Perhaps you can be the one to build it.
I shall. I truly am honored to know you both.
Oh, you have no idea. You meet a lot of people over the years. A lot of people. If you're around as long as me, and not all of them stick. Some of them I've loved fiercely, and I can scarcely remember them now. Promises I can't remember why I even made. But you are one of a kind, him.
Thank you, Bolt.
I hope
Truly means a lot.
you help keep this place together.
Oh, of course. You can count on me for that.
I'm gonna give you all of this. Of course, my library never really took off. But whatever you want to do with it, wherever you want to give it to, whatever you want to do with it.
Really?
Indeed. Take of it what you want, keep it the way it is, I don't care. It's just material goods to me.
Okay. I'll make sure everything finds a proper home. I'll make sure it's fair.
There is one little thing. There's those little brewers up in the north. I think one of them, what was his name? That little man who always wanted the honey. What was his name? Peaceful, quiet, something like that.
Oh, oh, wow. Yes, I know.
You know the one I'm speaking of. He
Was
has a
he
brother up there.
Was he a cook up there?
Yes, I think so.
Gentle.
Gentle, that's the one. I don't know if they ever found a bee, and I'm sure they could use one. If you want to send one of mine up there, I wouldn't mind it.
Of course.
That strange fellow always loved that honey.
I shall.
You see, it's those antlers. You know. When I used one of them back through the mirror, it changed. To be honest, it's the first time I felt pain in quite a while. All the humors in my body I felt like were being ripped apart. So I'm going to take a bunch of them out there and I'm going to scatter myself, I believe. Pure energy. I can't imagine a more interesting way to go.
Would you mind if... It's a spell we do to most things when they pass. Only when... Well, really, when you really care for something before it passes.
I'd be honored.
It's special to each person.
Do I need to stand?
For you. You can sit right there if you prefer. I'll say it in common tongue and then say it in Old Unseelie so you can understand as I go along. Release the soul from his shackles. Anak animam absolve e competidos. For he is a slave no longer. Nam servolosi enam non este. Where once there was a trick, I now release whatever agreement was made. The spell may fade and die just like the body of this one. Ubi semel delose fuet. Nunca absolvo quid pactum este. Incatatio de flue ite. Moriator sicut corporse iestud. As I ferry you from this form to the next, allow this soul the rest it deserves, and only become renewed when it is ready and chooses to. Reincarnate when he isn't weary of life. Ut te ab ac forma portator in altera. Permetti anic animam reliquam merletor. Ite mador renovator, cum parlatas este it eligit. Arcende, quum no siete vita tiendium. Begin anew when his mouth is ready to speak of philosophies. Incipe oesse loqui ad flieso fliam. Mind ready to hold the wealth of knowledge from a book. Promptos animus ad tinindas sciente arum opus ex libro. Legs ready to trek across the roads of the world. Pruera parata inter per mundi vias, and hands ready to hold and bear the weight of an atgear. Et manas paretas ad tinidum, et portandum pandas et gire. Then allow him to take a new form, and forget completely of this unfair life of a shadow, so it shall not hinder him. Allow him this chance, so he can know what real mortal life is like without being bound to a fae. Tuum esinis eum, ma novam sumere formam tu eius vitae inique bril funditus ublivici. Itique non prohibiblet, sinete unca casium ut shira posset, que vira vita mortalis ite sini te icha elegata. Let him be independent, wantless, and free. Set liber, iniops ite liber.
Thank you, him.
Of course. I truly do hope you're safe in whichever path you go.
That was beautiful. Thank you for doing that for me.
Yes.
I know wherever I am, I will miss you.
This entire realm will miss you. I will miss you so very much.
Tell the others I'm sorry I didn't tell them. But I didn't want it to be more of a burden than it already will be.
I think they'll understand.
I'm just so very, very tired.
You deserve your rest.
Thank you.
I want to thank you because, to be truthfully honest, you're as close as a father figure I've ever had. If I ever had a problem, if I ever needed your wisdom, you're always so able and willing to give it. I've never had anyone like that before. Thank you.
Just remember, if you came up with the idea, it's probably wrong. And I would tell you that, so I hope that advice sticks with you in the future.
It will.
Just think what would Bolt say. Yes, he'd tell me I'm completely incorrect. So it must be true.
Can I give you a hug?
Of course.
Thank you, Bolt.
Of course. I'm going to do a few more things here and I'm going to slip through.
Take your time.
One more thing. Even if the house changes hands, keep those gardens safe for me. I really did love that place.
I did as well. I wish we had more talks in there.
As do I. I will see you again. I'm sure of it.
One day.
Of course.
Good luck, Bolt.
Tell that boy to treat you right or I'll come back here and kill him myself.
Oh, of course.
Take my full name. It's Bolt Redgold. That boy starts causing trouble, you give it to one of those court members and make him bring me back.
All right. I sure will.
I'll make him wish he'd never been born at all.
I'm sure you would. Thank you, Bolt.
Of course.
Be safe and goodbye.
You as well. It's a shame I never got to get you fixed up. You are a pile of garbage, but you are mine.